are. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Today we're going to make a Christmas gingerbread fake bake. So I have prepped a little bit of stuff just so y'all, if I didn't, we'd be here 4 or 5 hours. So this was I think it's a 4-inch piece of styrofoam. I think it was 8 inches across, and I probably have these in the wrong sequence going around with the way I cut them. But anyway, so what I did, I cut them in pieces, and y'all see I hadn't even finished painting some of them, but I was out here yesterday and playing around with colors, trying to see what I like best. This one's still plain. I have another one we're going to be working on, and this one's going to be, no, we're not going to do this one today, but it's going to be a double layer. It's going to equal the same size as this. So, your color, I will tell you this, the color, like this styrofoam was white, and this styrofoam was green. So I painted it white on purpose so that that can be my base coat, because like if I went and painted red on the green color, it's not going to be very bright. So what it does to paint it white and then go from there, it just brightens the color up, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to bring y'all down right here, and we're going to be working on this one today. Now, I will get a plate of some kind to glue this to. I haven't gotten that yet. Now, if I painted this white, I painted this red. And y'all be careful with this. If you get any, it's diamond dust. I got it on Amazon. There is a link in the description. But the diamond dust, they say it has like little shavings of glass in it. I take a little bit out. I don't mash hard, but I take a little bit out. I sprinkle it on there while my paint is wet. So it does have a little bit of a shimmer to it. I think you can see it better on the red in the camera. I see a little sparkling. So I did that. I have a link to this air dry clay, and the link is for this. Let's see what color. I don't have it on here, but no. It doesn't. It doesn't have, but it's a chocolate color. So I started kind of putting one together, a gingerbread man together, while I was sitting here waiting to go live. And so I'll show y'all. We got to make the arms and all too. So, but this color I find is a perfect color if you want to use it for your gingerbread man. So, and that way you don't have to do no painting on him. You can paint air dry clay. I have had it to kind of crack a little bit. Hey, Miss Tiff, how are you? You're running late. Please hit the thumbs up and button and share for Rachel. Thank you, Miss Tiff. I appreciate that. So, well, let's see. I was going to pin that. It's not bringing that up. There we go. Okay, so if you wanted to do a fake bake and you did not want to do the air dry clay gingerbread man, I will show you. We got other stuff we're going to decorate. I got this from Shirley's, but I have ordered these same ones from Craft Outlet. And so you can just trim the little wire, pick, and use that kind of gingerbread man. We might use some of this. This is from Hobby Lobby, of course. This was from Craft Outlet, I think last year maybe. This was a popsicle from, let me think, Hobby Lobby. But I added a little bit of the white and then put some little sprinkles. The sprinkles came from Amazon. I mean, not Amazon, Etsy. And if you ask me who I got them from, Playco, I think is the name. Y'all, I hadn't ordered in several years. Now, these little candies came from Hobby Lobby. And then these came from Hobby Lobby. So, you can find some little candies at Hobby Lobby. Now, I made some red Oreo cookies. So, you can buy the molds off of Etsy. And use those if you want to. So, all right. So, beans, I'm going to show y'all how we're going to do this. Now, all I did, I got me some clay, and I'm going to show you. We're going to need to massage it a little bit. I made a ball, and then just kind of flattened it out a little bit. And then I got more clay and made a ball, and then I kind of made it in an oval. Then I got a toothpick, stuck the toothpick down into the body, and then I put the head on top of the body. Now, the clay will stick together, and that toothpick in there is just going to hold it up. Hey, Miss Wanda, how are you? Honey bun. Shamira, how are you? Thank you. So, let's see here. All right. And y'all, this is just white paint, and then I used, I think, crimson was the color for the red. We're gonna need to y'all, this needs to dry before I paint the face, but what I will do, I'll probably just use like some little black puffy paint. I've got some white here, and the white I will zigzag around the face, but I get this at Walmart. I will end up making a little mouth and a nose, but I'm not going to do that today because I don't want it to, I would mess it up with it being so wet. So what we're going to do is I'm going to stick the toothpick down in here. Let me move that out of the way. Get y'all closer down there. All right, now. Try to get that toothpick in the middle. Just like that. Probably, hang on. Probably need to move the toothpick back a little bit. That was a little bit too far forward. All right, we're gonna go back in that same little hole right there. I forgot to turn my hot glue gun on. Hey, Miss Andrea. How is everybody's weather doing? Y'all were supposed to get some cooler weather here soon. So, I'm just going to take out, so we've got to make arms. We're going to make our arms and we're going to make the legs. And I'm going to use this cupcake here. All right, so when you get your air dry clay and you pinch some off, it's gonna feel kind of, I guess you can't hardly see, but it's kind of wet and it's almost like a sticky substance. But we're going to massage it a little bit. And let's see. And I've ordered more of my supplies, y'all. For what have I told y'all? Let's see. There's a gingerbread crate that we gotta make. There's and we're gonna be doing the gingerbread mint on it, but it's not gonna be with air dry clay. It'll probably be with felt. It's gonna have somewhat of a fake bake theme to it. So I ordered stuff for the polar bear tree topper. So that stuff should be coming in. Okay, this get kind of the right feel, and you can feel the texture of the air dry clay changing. So you just want to get a smooth ball, and then we're going to try to start making it into an oval. And this one's going to have to be the leg because it is a little longer. I'm sorry I haven't been on here lately. I just haven't felt good. Miss Wanda, I'm still praying for you, honey. I seen where you got on Thursday, right as I had just clicked it to turn off, and I saw your comment pop up. It was too late. I couldn't stop it from going off, so. You get it too big, you just pinch it off and try to recover. We'll see. If not, we'll roll it back up in a ball and so if you stick it, it's going to, I need to kind of, you stick the clay to the other clay, it's gonna stick together pretty good. Prayers, Miss Wanda. Yeah, absolutely, y'all. Thank y'all. Still sending prayers for Miss Andrea's friend, Miss Lisa. Y'all, tomorrow's supposed to be the high around 88 here. And y'all, that's something to celebrate. So much better than the 97. Okay, so there's the leg. one leg anyway. We may not put another leg because it's going to be hid, and we can always put like a piece of candy or something on there. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get out enough to kind of condition two arms. And that way it won't take us long. We'll just go ahead and get it conditioned. And I see a little bit of white. Yep, I'm going to have to do some touch up on some red paint, aren't I? I see that on the big screen. Bad monkey, no banana. Well, hello, how are you? Welcome. We are overcast and humid. The humidity is 71. Oh, we have got a little less humidity. I am so thankful. So thankful. So we're going to get this conditioned here. So, is anybody else starting to make Christmas decorations? Continue to pray for you, Miss Wanda. Absolutely. Okay, this kind of got the moisture worked out of this one. I'm trying to think of the consistency. It's more pliable, it's shapeable. Where when you first pull it out, it feels wet and you know, kind of gooey. You are so very welcome. Miss Andrea said, me working on files still. Hey, that's okay. I think I got a good bit. So we're gonna, where did my napkin go to? I don't want to lay it down on this table because this table's got everything on it. Everything from styrofoam shavings, glitter shavings, you name it, it's on the table. I'm almost finished with my gingerbread reindeer and sleigh. Oh, that sounds amazing. I know people on Etsy are shopping for the Christmas already. I sold a tree topper. So I said they are already shopping. Okay, so get that like that. So what I did, I just made this going into the shoulder part a little flatter. All right, so let's take another little piece and see if we can get, it's going to stick to the, let me roll that up. Paper towel there. Well, listen, y'all, at the edge of, at the at the end of our driveway at the road, I have like a little welcome flag holder, a small one, you know, that those little small flags and hang on there. And it still says, the little flag is still welcome spring. I'm like, really, Rachel? Every time I go by it, I think, you know, you really need to change that. But I really haven't done it yet. So this one's going to need a little bit more. Their size is a little off. So I'm still on my spring decorations, y'all. All right, so see, we just do a ball. And you roll it enough that there's no lines or anything like that. I'm just kind of judging here to kind of get them close to the same. Size here. And y'all, I haven't made a gingerbread man since last year. That's what's, I was like, do I really want to try to make a gingerbread man on a live when I haven't made one in so long? What if I do a big flop? That's usually what happens when I try to do something new or do something that I haven't done in a while. It usually goes to a flop on my video. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one right here. This is how I got that done. I'm just not sure about, well, I guess, I don't know. We're gonna see what we're gonna do about this leg. So Miss Andrea, you got gingerbread, reindeer, and sleigh. What is everybody's theme for Christmas? Do y'all have a theme? Or is it anything and everything goes? I think this leg is a little bit bigger. Let's trim off a little bit. Now, your air dry clay will dry out. I had some I just chunked in the trash, and these were brand new, and I opened them, and y'all, it's probably been 2 years, and they're dry. This one I've had for probably 2-3 years, but I try to make sure all the air is out of it and that it is ziplocked. And then I've got it in this other Ziploc bag. And I try to mash out all the air. So that's how you try to keep all your clay from drying out. So adorable already. Thank you, Miss Andrea. Gingerbread in living room, silver and white angels in bedroom. Bathroom is Christmas train theme. Oh, cool. And kitchen is snowman. That sounds so pretty. I have to survive junior high varsity football and mini cheer before I can think of Christmas. Right? I understand. Okay, so maybe we're gonna pull this leg here, kind of shift it a little bit so that this leg don't look like it's off in Never Never Land. And I had too much clay. So much fun, so much fun. Well, the tree topper that I sold this week was gingerbread theme. Okay, let me work it just a second, y'all. If you don't mind, could you hit the thumbs up for me? I'd sure appreciate that. I would come help if I could, right? Well, I'll show up at Tiff's house. Here's the Christmas decorating crew. Hey, that would be fun, wouldn't it? Do y'all decorate for the outside also? Or is it only on the inside? So we're just putting that little leg just like that. Isn't that cute? All right. I'm going to slip this little piece right back in here, y'all, because it will, if I wait to the end of the video, it'll already start to be drying out. Now, this it's already starting to dry, but it will take a couple of days for it to dry all the way through. Does that make sense? We're going to put something in that pan there, whether it's a lollipop or something. Absolutely inside and out. Come on. All right, so these come from Hobby Lobby, and you can absolutely take them apart. And I think all that is a piece of styrofoam with a piece of clear cellophane that's got some painting on it. I'll have to see, but I think I have a silicone mold. Well, I know I do. That I just don't know if I got any already made up. That is for bows, and I take the clay and mash it into that mold, and then ease it out just like I would for the cookies. And we'll make a bow tie for the neck. And if you don't want to make the gingerbread man, you can get these. And Craft Outlet has them. I made an order with them yesterday. And the thing with Craft Outlet, y'all, if you order $60 worth, it's free shipping. So it's not hard to get $60 worth, especially when they got thousands and thousands and thousands of items. I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue up under there. We're going to have to get another glue stick going in there. So let's see. Y'all, I had that it's got static coming through. I wonder why. This little stem is not really stiff enough to like stick down into styrofoam. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on there and it's going to stick right there. Right in there like that. Put that back on the back. Let me move this from the comments. Now, does anybody, do y'all make fake bakes? Does anybody on here make fake bakes? If so, what have you made? These are just so cute and they're really easy. And these are from Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby does have their Christmas at 50% off. In case y'all did not know that. Oh, let's stick it up right there. Let's stick it right there. How about that? And I'm going to pull it out and put some hot glue on that. And I'll tell you, this, what I found the other day at Hobby Lobby was, they had some little, I don't think I have them out here, clear crystals that you could put like on chandeliers or anything. And for a set of 4, the ones I got were $2.99. So I paid $1.50 for the 4 crystals. Never tried a fake bake. Oh, you got to try a fake bake. I made hot cocoa cups with silicone. Yay! No, Miss Rachel, I've never tried, but it looks like fun. Do they so good? They do, Miss Wanda. In fact, this one's not, but I've got 2. These 2 that I'm going to be making are going to be for a customer, a lady. This is kind of like a trial run because I wanted to make sure that I could still make my gingerbread men and all that before I go putting it all together for her. So, I was like, Rachel, you need to make sure you still got the goods, girl. I'm gonna put that right there. I'm gonna lift this up a little bit and put a little bit right there. these. And y'all, I will show y'all this too. This is good. These are $4.99 for 3 at Hobby Lobby. And so I'll be painting that. This is one that, and I would need to paint the end of it, but put scrapbook paper on it. So you can absolutely do that. Oh, Miss Andrea, thank you. Thank you, dear. I don't always have that much confidence in myself, though. Especially when I haven't done these in a while. So let's see if we can. Here we go. I'm not going to pull that back out. We're just going to put some glue on that. Too much stuff on this desk, don't y'all think? I'm afraid if I put the hot glue on the little stem, then it's not going to poke in there. It'll weaken it, is what I think. Right through there. Perfect. It's turning out so cute. Thank you, Miss Wanda. Thank you, Miss Tiff. Going to Hobby Lobby this afternoon for flowers for Dad's grave. Well, you might want to just take a little stroll through the Christmas department. Or the fall department, either one. And y'all, it looks like I got dirty fingernails, which besides the paint, there's brown clay up under my fingernails. Something's got to bring this together here. Something, y'all. See about how we can get this little piece on here. Putting it around here on the back side. get another little piece. Read the dictionary. Hey, Miss Teresa, how are you? So good to see you. We're just making a little Christmas fake bake with the little gingerbread man. And the gingerbread man's not finished because it's still wet, and I'll have to paint its little face on after it dries. I didn't want to do it while the clay was still wet. And y'all, Miss Teresa, Read the Dictionary in. She has a channel too. Y'all go check her out if you hadn't already. She makes all kinds of wreaths and stuff. Grave saddles, mailbox swags, all that good stuff that we like to go crazy about. You're scared to death of fake base. So you know, hey, it's a piece of styrofoam just painted. Styrofoam, and then you just buy candies and stuff and put on there. And look, if you don't want to make the gingerbread with air dry clay, you just buy one of these from Craft Outlet and put on there. Hey girl, they ain't nothing to be scared about. They're kind of an addiction. They really are. But they're fun. I just hadn't done one in a good long while. And I've got to make 2 slices of cakes with gingerbread men. So I was like, I better, you know, have a practice run. So that's what this is a practice run before I make the other 2 for the lady. Like, Rachel, do you even remember how to make them? So it's all fun. It's all good. If you ever do one and you like them, oh my goodness, you'll be hooked, because you can do all kind of Christmas decorations for your kitchen, dining room, everything, y'all, everything. Because it's just so easy. And I've got to go back and touch up a little bit of the red paint on this, but they're fun. And you can just make them so cute. I don't like that on there. Not that way. So, and I did not bring a whole lot of, y'all hang on just a second. I got a bag over here from Hobby Lobby. And it's got more goodies in it. I'll show y'all some more little stuff. And if you didn't want to use this kind of gingerbread man, you can use an ornament. And you could leave the metal cookie cutter on there, or you could take it off. You could use that on there. These ornaments, and there's a possibility we may be using these in one of the little thingies. But let me show y'all. I need to open one of these. So these are at Hobby Lobby. They're $4.99, 50% off. You'll see those. Those are $5.99, 50% off. These are little candies. Can't see them very good in there, but so these are the lollipops. Got a couple boxes of those. These are some more little lollipops. You can buy a big snowflake gingerbread cookie. You can get little peppermint candy canes. Let's see, like these are $3.99. You get them for $2. So y'all look at this. Is this not so cute? This is a little platter. It's got the red and white gingham check napkin. It's got some little bitty muffins or cookies. Maybe cookies, chocolate chip cookies, and then it's got the dough in a bowl. Is that not the cutest? I don't know if y'all can see that very good. This was $2.49. Now that was not on sale. It was not, but so if you go to Hobby Lobby, go check out. So that's just a little sample of some things that we're going to be using. You got some more flowers you need to make up the fall and Christmas. Yes. You're welcome, Miss Teresa. I will have to check out your channel, Miss Teresa. I apologize if I didn't spell your name correctly. I made my daughter a pair of earrings out of lollipops. Oh, cute, Miss Tiff. So cute. All right, I wanted to use one of these cookie thingies, but it's not going to fit where I wanted it to, so. But yes. Hobby Lobby has made fake baking so easy. Because you can buy the stuff, like, you know, you can go on Etsy and get all the candies and stuff. It gets expensive if you go through Etsy. When you have Hobby Lobby that is 50% off. I want to go to Hobby Lobby so bad. But oh my, well, I know the feeling. I have been so good at staying out of Hobby Lobby. And then when my customer, she texts me and she's like, okay, I need this and this and this. Can you do it? And I'm like, sure. So off to Hobby Lobby we go, you know. So, all right, that's not showing up. Let's do a little yellow one up under there. So, until I needed supplies to make the fake bakes, I was doing so good. So, I put a little Hobby Lobby candy there. And my gingerbread man looks naked, but he's going to get his eyes in his mouth and all when he dries. All right, so the little candy canes have a little loop where if you wanted to get all the glitter and glue out of the little loop, you could hang these, I guess, on a tree or something. I'm not going to use them as an ornament, so I'm just cutting this little loop off. So now you can't even tell that it had a little loop on it. we're going to try to put a little bit of glue, y'all. So I'll have to find a pretty plate or tray to put this on. I need to put a little bit of red paint because I got white paint right there, see? So I need to touch that up, but then I will go in, and let me show y'all, I have puffy paint. I will take the puffy paint, let's see, I can do it on one side, I think. Let's do this. I'm going to Arizona tomorrow, so I'll be visiting Hobby Lobby out there. That is better than ours. Oh, Miss Andrea. I almost thought they were so empty. Take your extra empty suitcase so you can bring you some stuff back. All right, so now you can use the lightweight spackling for this, and you can take your little the little ends that you do like for cake decorating and do all this and make it puffy and all that. Or you can do the simple way and just use this little puffy paint and make you an edge. And this is what I will take and do the little edging for the little gingerbread, the little hands and feet. So you can see what I've done there. It just kind of makes it like for a finishing touch. I'll do it down the sides. I'm also going to do it right here. Let me see if I can kind of make an indentation. I just made a little indentation, and that's just going to help me unless I lay the knife crooked. I'm going to show you. This is going to make it look like it's a 2-layer cake. Voila! So there's that piece. There's that piece. And I will do the top around the back also. But at the moment we're going to go down the sides right here. So you can use lightweight spackling and use the little tip for decorating cakes. You can use that to do your icing. And voila! Get one of the smaller charger plates. Yes. Oh, from Dollar Tree. I haven't seen those, but I haven't been to Dollar Tree in so long. I'll have to look for those. My extra suitcase is already ready to go. Yes, Miss Andrea. Thank you, Miss Tiff. So I've got to touch up where I've got the white on there. I messed up, so I'm not going to do this side yet. But I will come around on this back edge and go down so it'll look finished from both directions. And the puffy paint works wonderful. But I'm going to wait and touch up that little bit of white that I got on there before I do the... So it makes it look like it's got, you know, two pieces of cake there, two layer cake. So I'll try to show y'all without making a mess. So see how I'm going around the back side of that, and then I'm going on the top also. And I'm going on the top up there. And I'll kind of make this look better. Now, you can make it where it's kind of drooping down. Make it look like icing is drooping if you would like to. But, so I'm going to have to get me a little plate to put it on under there. And then after this dries, I will come back and make the face. And I think we have a bow. Let me look in this. Yo, I'm sorry. I hate to leave that screen. And I usually don't. Let me just look right here and see if I got some bows made up. If not, let's see. We got some marshmallows. Look there. There, look there. Hey, there's some, I think. Nope, that's a nose. I'm so sorry, y'all. So sorry. All right, so this is a little red. They're not painted, but they're just red. What do you call them things? The nose and stuff. Here's little marshmallows. That one's too big for sure. Oh, there's all kinds of stuff. You'll know, there's no telling what you'll find there. Anywho, some more cookies that are not painted. These are the little tiny bows. And I've got to paint some. So I didn't make them out of the red clay, but you can. And here's some more bows. So they're very, very tiny that I just made up. So, I'll probably be back Thursday. If not Thursday, it'll be Friday, but I'm thinking that it's going to be Thursday. I've got to go out of town either Thursday or Friday, but I think I'm going Friday instead of Thursday. So, we should be okay Thursday for our live. And we shall see. Oh, sorry about that, y'all. He just went crazy on me. I'm so sorry. Rachel, how are you doing? Enjoying crafting full time. What kind of paint are you using? The puffy paint is just puff paint. The other kind of paint that I put on here is just acrylic paint. This comes from Hobby Lobby because I was at Hobby Lobby. Look, I left that open. I was not going to Walmart. So that came from Hobby Lobby. This came from Walmart, y'all. And it was just crimson. Miss Teresa, I haven't been crafting a whole lot. I've missed a whole lot of lives because it's summertime and I've got a garden, and so I have been canning. I canned this morning. I diced up, I knew I was going to be pressure for time today, so I diced up all my tomatoes last night, and I got up this morning and diced bell peppers and jalapeno peppers and onion and all that kind of stuff, and I canned up my some salsa this morning. I had 9 pints. So the garden has kept me very, very busy. And then I lost my mom in January, so I've been having to go, or I don't have to, but I do go to see my dad every week. So, and he lives about an hour from here. So that's 1 to 2 days going down there. So life is busy. Life is, and on top of that, keeping the grass cut, the hedges trimmed, and doing the yard work is 1 whole day every week for sure, just to cut the grass. So it's been busy. It's been busy. So if you take 1 day out, well, Sunday I don't do nothing. Saturday is with the husband, and that's 2 days of my week. Cutting grass is another day, and I try to do it on a day during the week. He will come in and do a little bit of, we don't do a whole lot, but a little push mower and the weed eating. The rest of it I do, and it's about 4 or 5 hours on the mower. That's a big mower. So, yeah. I have been busy this summer, but now I love my canning. I have enjoyed canning, so that's been fun. I wanted to use puff paint for my reindeer and sleigh. My hands are very steady these days, so I cheated and bought pearls stick-on. Hey, that's okay, Miss Andrea. It's a good idea. So amazing. I wonder how it got done while you're working full-time. Absolutely. Well, my mom was still around, so that I didn't go down there as much every week, and now I wish I had her. But so that wasn't on my plate, and when I was working full-time, my husband would do the grass cutting on Saturdays. So that wasn't on my plate, and then I wasn't doing canning and gardening either. So I'm getting to do more things that I want to do, and it's a blessing. It really is, because I absolutely, I love canning and making homemade bread and doing all those things. I've always said I was born in the wrong era of time, because I love to grow my food and do the homemade stuff. So that's that. So, but y'all go check out Miss Teresa over at Wreath Addiction RN. She's on Facebook and YouTube. So y'all go check her out. And I haven't been on Facebook no more. So very, 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 very few times do I ever get on Facebook. So a stray kitty cat showed up at my house. What day was it? One day this week, Monday, I think. Anyway, I jumped on Facebook to try to find it a good home, and this lady got it, and she had a little boy, and he was so tickled. The next day they sent me a picture, and he was all cuddled up in the bed with it. So it went to a good home, I feel like. So I love you all. I'll try to be here Thursday, same time. So last week? It's been crazy. Yeah, today's Tuesday, huh? It was Thursday, I think. Yeah, it was, Tiff. Y'all, it's just, where does time go? Today's Tuesday, isn't it? Okay. I am on vacation this week and making attachments. Awesome. Yeah, so Miss Tiff, Miss Andrea, they make wreaths, so they can check out your attachments too. That is awesome. So my vacation is coming in October, I think. I think we're going to head to the Smoky Mountains. So anyway, I love you all. I will see y'all Thursday. Get my days right. So that'll be the 28th, I do believe. And I hope y'all have a wonderful and a blessed rest of the week. And I'll see y'all Thursday, 1 o'clock Central Standard Time, 2 o'clock Eastern. And y'all just have to do the math to go backwards. 11 o'clock on the Pacific, 12 o'clock Mountain. So I love y'all. Y'all have a great week. Bye-bye.